Welcome to Utopia, favored ones. Come on in and take a seat at the round table, and we will get right into your reading. I'm Kymmy, and today's topic is going to be on tiramisu, getting your just desserts. I had a dream about tiramisu and eating it with family members, so some of you may, Spirit is really proud of you and wants to let you know that the fact that you've been trying foods recently or knowing what you do and don't like, changing up your diet and routine, especially if you're starting to get more active, whether that's just walking around the house each day or if you're getting back into a regiment. Spirit just wants you to know that they're very proud of you, especially if you're trying new foods. If you have ARFID, I think it is how it's pronounced, or it's like ARFID, and restricting and like aversions to certain food textures and such. Especially then, they're proud of you for stepping outside of your comfort zone and at least giving it a try and giving yourself the grace to not like it even, and knowing that there's more things out there to try when you're ready. If you're ever ready, that's up to you. So yeah, I wanted to get a little message because tiramisu, when you dream about it, is a message for a pick-me-up. It's just a little pick-me-up. So I wanted to come on here and give a little bit of messages as a pick-me-up. I love that the sun's shining right here at the moment. It's so cool. Either way, you're getting your cake. Maybe you have a celebration coming up. I also know that I think when I was looking up everything, there was a tiramisu song as well, a South Korean song with an indie band. So maybe some of you are in an indie band, and that's where you're getting your just desserts, is that you're getting recognized, you're getting the recognition for not just being talented, but the fact that it took work and you had dedication in order to build this skill. It didn't just happen overnight. For some of you, you are naturally gifted, and that's amazing. And people are realizing that you can do things when you stay and put your mind to it. You could be opening up a bakery or a cafe, getting a going into a business course and learning how to take care of all of the pie chart, making sure that everything's covered, knowing what stocks are coming in and how much, quarterly income, and deciding what your budget is to move forward with modeling and finding venues. Maybe you're finding a place where you are getting a pick-me-up, finding a place where you feel comfortable being yourself, getting the time to sit down at a cafe, giving yourself that treat, giving yourself that time that you deserve, slowing down, enjoying the feast. Spirit's especially happy with you that you are putting in time into your routine. You are making time for yourself. You're like, it doesn't matter if you have time or not, you are still doing it anyway. If you need to get up and, work out and you may be tired, but you're still doing that 15 anyway. You're still doing that walk around the block. Yeah, Spirit's saying that you've run it around the block a time or two, and now this time you're doing it for yourself. 420 on the clock stamp. Some of you may be smokers. You could work with hemp wick as well, hemp products and clothing lines. That's something you could be working with as well. Or you're treating yourself to clothing with less plastics and stuff in it so that you feel better and cooler this summer when you're going out. That's so cool. But yeah, like Spirit was telling me, you know, it reminds me of the fact that there's different vibrational levels for each type of fabric. So you could be working with fabrics. You could definitely, I'm definitely getting the energy where if you're not doing custom clothing, then I feel like you, whether you're doing it yourself or not, you're treating yourself to get fitted. If you find a dress and it's not like your size, you're going to get it like taken out, or your inseam dropped a little bit more, you know, off of whatever type of fit and you know, tuck that you need. Yeah, a lot of you could have, I'm getting the energy of where you're going, like off-roading, like not off-roading, but like, what are they called? Gondolas. So someone could be visiting the mountains, rock slide. The one that's showing is ashwagandha and poppy. So poppy, you could be visiting your pop. Father's Day could have been a little bit of a disappointment. It could have got you down in the dumps, like with the cards dumping on the floor there. That's what the energy gives me. And I'm getting the energy where you're honoring your inner child by picking yourself back up and telling yourself it's okay to feel upset and be in a rut for a little while, but it's not okay to stay in that energy. Like, it's valid, it's a human experience, you know, and emotion to feel disappointed and maybe thrown off guard and felt like your sandcastle was kicked over. But I'm here to let you know that you can be, sometimes you end up having to be your own parent. It's not an easy topic to talk about, and it can be taboo and definitely hush hush, but I feel like you're the one to talk about it. And I want to let you know that you're not alone. And being your own parent is not easy. And especially if you're being parentified and you're, you know, in charge of your parents as well. If any of you had that kind of upbringing, if you're still in it, you know, I'm wishing you all the best on your journey and getting out when you know it's safe and, you know, you're ready. And for those who have gotten out, you know, I can understand that sometimes you can have survivor's guilt for getting out and not being able to take your other siblings with you. And that's not on you. Like, my doctor even told me, like, you're only responsible for yourself. You can only take care of yourself. You can definitely go around and do your best and plant seeds, then hope better for them. But, you know, it's only, you can only reach as deeply into others as they're willing to deeply search within their own soul. So sometimes you have to sit within your own depths and just, you know, love them from afar where they're on the shoreline, just like Barbosa and like Will Turner at the end there as well. Some of you may be sea-bound. You may be on the boats, working the wharfs, and managing the cages. A lot of you could be managing cages all together. I'm hearing like a zoologist, definitely foster care and like animal shelters, rehabilitation centers. If you're involved with that, thank you so much for taking care of the animals, and tell every single one of them I love them. Okay. Not to be traumatic, but I love every single one of them. Tiramisu, pick me up. Can I get an energy for a pick me up? Because I feel like you the energy in the collective could do with a little pick-me-up. And for those who had a wonderful celebration, I'm happy that you exist so much. Like, I don't want you to feel guilty for other people's experiences. Like, be aware of them. But that's another way of feeling survivor's guilt, is like seeing, you know, other people, when had a good childhood and you see other people not have a good childhood, and you almost feel bad for having a good childhood. I want you to know, don't ever feel bad. You chose that with your soul, and sometimes when we come here, it's a time where we chose that lesson. And I believe anyway, personally, that when the harder the trial is, you know, trials and tribulations at the beginning of our journey, that at the end of our journey we end up having easier time. Yes, 1111, your wishes come true. So what I'm trying to say here is that I believe in you. You're going to get your just desserts. You deserve all the good and love and kindness that you pour into others. The way you pour into yourself is to be admired. I know it may seem like sometimes we get in growth paralysis, where we constantly feel like we need to trudge forward, and, you know, I'm a wilderness explorer. We get stuck in a loop of where we feel like we need to constantly work on ourselves, and it gets to the point where it becomes a workaholic energy and a spirituality type. And, you know, then we're spiritually bypassing, because we're like chalking it up to, we're leveling up, I'm working on myself, but you do get to enjoy the level that you know, level up to. The universe wants to see you enjoy it a little bit, and not just be like, well, I made it, now to the next one. Like, you got spirit. You got the Ruha in you. But spirit also wants you to see, you know, they're like, I created this next level, this garden for you, so that you could see it when you got here to enjoy. And, you know, spirit just wants you to give the gratefulness that you give to it, you know, you give to spirit, to yourself. Because I feel like what is missing under here that could really help and pick you up, give you a big pick me up in regards to manifesting and energy levels, is to thank yourself too. You know, I feel like that's the part that's kind of not being poured into at the moment from the collective. If that's not you, then it's not your message. Kitty! Is that you're grateful to spirit, and you're like, great spirit, I'm so grateful, but then you're hard on yourself for the decisions that you made that got you here. Be grateful for your body. Be like, thank you, body, for doing what you can when you can, and I love you, and I thank you for taking care of me. And you want to know what, my collective, thank you, my collective favored ones, for taking care of all of you. And that's beautiful. Thank you for taking care of my friend. Okay, thank you for doing the best you can when you feel able to, when you have the spoons. Okay, and thank you for resting when you don't have the spoons. Thank you for playing and enjoying things and finding the beauty in the world. It's amazing. I love when that happens. Thank you. If you want to share anything cool and beautiful that you think that, you know, you feel like sharing below, let me know. I would love to know. There's like a baby tree and a new bush of roses and stuff like that being planted around my area right now. And I'm very grateful and happy for that. And that's very beautiful to me. Um, as well as kitties and all those lovely little boopins and snoopins, snakes and oh, little hedgehogs. Some of you may have cute cheeks when you're eating. I don't know. That's gonna be, if it's for you, it'll resonate. But yeah, people find that the way you eat food is cute. They love the way you conduct yourself when you're eating. That's amazing. Having good dining manners, or even if you don't and you just go all in and you just rip everything apart, people will find it to be impressive. Like when you go and get some flats and some wings and they come back to take the basket and they're like, "Oh, you cleaned the bone. That's cool. You like finished it all." So that's an example I'm getting. Um, Someone and tiramisu with like whipping up. Oh, blessings. Licking your nose. Yeah, you're cute. So yeah, you got a cute nose as well. If you have the allergies, like you may have a cute sneeze. Um, I'm getting that there's no in between with your sneeze. Either you'll have a really cute sneeze or it'll be the loudest thing and like knock you over. And people find it so cute that like you never know what kind of sneeze you're gonna have, whether it's gonna be like or if like and like blow your sails away. Um, but yeah, tiramisu, tiramisu. Pick me up. Yeah, some of you may be in an indie rock band going on tour. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was on the album called Melancholy. So I feel like you're really, for pick me up, I get it. I get it. It's valid. It's valid to feel melancholy. And I'm not going to be here and blow smoke up your... I'm not going to do that. But I will try to encourage you and remind you that that there's a lot more good out there than there is, than there is BS. Because I know, because I see it. I see it all the time. I see people being good. I see people laying, and of course, some of the good is like bare minimum. Bare minimum. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing it out there. Someone 18, coming to an end. Bare minimum. I feel like it's coming to the end and you're no longer allowing the bare minimum. You're no longer allowing yourself to be melancholy about situations that no use of crying over spilt milk is what I'm hearing. So like if you don't like if you don't like that food, you don't have to eat it again. If you feel like the relationship isn't working out for you, you don't have to do that again. You know what to look for. You know what you want in a partner and what you deserve, right? For those who aren't looking for a partner, this could be another scenario where you want a job, a career where they hear you out, where you're valued, where you're taken into consideration and have the ability to move up. It's not a glass ceiling. You don't want to be stuck in that kind of scenario, and you're no longer allowing that. So once you see the red flakes, you are out of there. And that's what Spirit wants to remind you, is that you have gotten much better at this. It used to take you years to notice when a friend wasn't treating you right, and now you got it clocked from the beginning, and you're like, pump the hate brakes. We are not boarding. We are not allowing it to pass. Some of you could be going on vacation on a train, like I'm hearing, through the mountains, or of course You could be working on the railway just a live long day. Yeah, so you could be working on the railroads, you could be going long distance. That's amazing. I'm proud of you for like going out there and exploring and finding out, yeah, you're getting your justice. Spirit, can we get a pick-me-up? A little pick-me-up. Yeah, there's coffee in that tiramisu as well. Spirit's really happy with the way you have started drinking less caffeine. I'm hearing like the mushroom, like coffee, kombucha, and like really like even making a home cold brew yourself, I'm hearing. It also gave me the image of like cucumber water, making a lot of smoothies for yourself. You're really you're hydrating, right? Everyone's always talking about like exercising and like getting out to nature, and it's like, but remember that we are like 70 something % water, depending on how hydrated you are. And you want to make sure that you are quenched, you know, making sure that you are satisfied, filling that cup. Hey, dirty, and the money, don't you worry. I said, hey. Someone's getting a big check coming in as well, so you're getting your just desserts. Like, you could be getting all those things that you have been saving up for. You got accepted into school. You know, you could be having a lot of things that you never thought that would be possible. But once you started giving yourself that extra love and care, getting up a little bit earlier, drinking a little bit more water, being more mindful with how much you're eating, when you're eating, and not to the extent of ED, of course, trigger warning, but like being more mindful, like not like when you're eating, like being mindful of chewing and like trying to savor all of the different flavors, you know? You're savoring. You are worth savoring the moment with. 2323, so 55, big changes. But yeah, for anyone who is struggling with ED, I feel like Spirit is saying that they're really proud of you for all of the hard work that you've put in, especially with body dysphoria. It's one of the bigger topics, and I want to let you know that you're not alone, and I'm proud of you for listening to your body. And getting to that point, because it takes a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of caring and gratitude towards yourself, you know, living for those small moments. So I'm proud of you. And yeah, if it's too big of a topic, then I totally understand, and I will be here when you're ready, or I have other videos, of course. And I love all of you, and I do my best. King of Swords, standing on business. Like you've got that logical approach to things. You're making sure that you're well taken care of, calculated risks, making sure that your investments, making a empire for yourself. You're creating an empire for yourself. Yeah, and Spirit just wants to let you know that they're always there. If you need to ask for an extra pick me up, they would like for you to ask for one. If you could say, like today, say down below the affirmation, right down below, Spirit, please show, or like, Spirit, show me, send me a pick me up. You know, show me how things are going to pick up for me. Maybe you have been waiting for contracts to pick up so that you can get back to work. That's exciting to have that come in. Spirit, please show us how we can feel less melancholy and send all my favorite ones a pick me up. You know, I'm sending it too for all those who may not be ready to ask themselves. I'm sending it out to you anyway. Care package, care package, dropped the payload. Yeah, a big huge lump sum payload is coming through, being dropped down. The universe wants to give you the resources, and they're proud of you for being patient while they're bringing it into the physical for you. Co-creating. Some of you may be working with elements. You could have saw a butterfly recently, and that's like confirmation from spirit that you're on the right path from your ancestors, and maybe a recent passed on loved one or pet came through to say hello to you and to remind you that they're still going to be watching over you, and you may have been in your head thinking about them recently. Whether they passed away recently or not, you could have been on your mind, and they want to let you know that they hear you thinking about them, and they still watch over you and love you too. Yeah. Duck blur, might start a mystery or rewrite history. Yeah, you could be writing, using the type of therapy where when you have nightmares, you'll rewrite it in the morning so that your brain gets rewired for good outcomes. Just the same when you catch yourself saying something unnice towards yourself, you give yourself 3 compliments. And like, I just see that happening there, where there's a type of therapy where you where you end up changing the ending. Maybe you decided to change the ending of the season that you're writing or book chapter, and there's been a huge plot twist, and now the ending is changing, and spirit wants to let you know that your ending is changing for you. The one that you thought you were going to have is going to be so much better. That's what spirit's saying. Okay, like to as a pick-me-up. Chin up, everybody, everywhere. So you may enjoy reading Evie White, Charlotte's Web. So you may be really good at singing or in musicals, weaving. You may be good at weaving tails. You may DuckTales. Yeah, going on an adventure, finding the magic lamp. You are the magic lamp. So 12, Rose. So yeah, Rose love number 3. So 333 could be important to you. 12 could be important to you. So December. Wild roses. So you could definitely maybe live near Alberta or Canada. a long distance relationship or just unrequited love. I feel like Spirit is saying that you're going to, if you haven't already, be walking away from unrequited love. And they want you to know that there is being delivered there. There's Cupid's arrow or arrows and the dove. You be working on your self-love as well with rose quartz, Aphrodite, Anana, Ishtar, even with like self-love coming through a lot, really. And I know it looks a bleeding heart, you're learning how to, oh, yes. Okay, there's two different messages. Hang on with me here. I appreciate you. Spirit wants to say thank you. Thank you for healing yourself so that you're not bleeding on others. You're learning how to take control of your emotions and be responsible of self-regulating so that you are no longer having these trauma bond wounds guide your life. You're primming them off. You're cutting the leaves that are turning brown and not allowing them to set in as you grow and blossom, which is amazing. I'm so proud of you for not bleeding on others with your pain and always bouncing back to your loving and caring nature. Yeah, sure, if you are in battle rap or whatever, that's a show. That's to put on a show, right? So yeah, some of you may be learning how to act and learning how to cry on demand or get in scene, get into your what is it? I'm blanking right now so much. And yeah, you're learning how to practice your bars more, practice your speech. Practice makes perfect, just give yourself grace. And yeah, um, it's also showing me, like, with the hands grasping each other, is you're not allowing history to repeat itself and bleed into the next generation, and not allowing it to be buried and hidden. You're not allowing it to be hidden. You may be in an interracial couple. That may resonate with some of you as well. I'm just seeing a lot of allyship, but not allowing the mistakes of yesterday to bleed forward into nowadays, and holding on to each other, with, like, when you're walking through a darkened storm and you have a whole group, right? And you hold on to each other's hands so you don't get lost. Much like otters. Yeah, you're holding on to each other so you don't float away. I feel like during this collective dark night of the soul with the whole world here is that we are holding space for each other. We're holding each other's hands. We're walking together and helping guide each other hand in hand. It's a strong and powerful thing to witness and be a part of. Another message that's not so serious of a topic and heavy topic. Spirit wanted me to be like, everyone's a part of the rotation, rolling up the blunt in the rose petals. And some of you may be making rose water as well, that with, like, that's why it's droplet there. You could be making your own rose water. You can make your own supplements. You could have a dehumidifier and then you grind it up in the Ninja and call it a day. I'm feeling that a lot of you are no longer allowing, things to poison the soil. You're no longer allowing things to poison the soil. A lot of you could be getting a new fresh flower bed and having it fenced up so that animals can't keep getting into it. It's giving me the message of how the heart is not what our hearts look like, but it is when you bring when you hug each other. When you hug each other, this is what shape our hearts together make. Two hearts together, because they touch each other if you're chest to chest, depending on heights, of course. But when you do chest to chest hug, both hearts of the people create the one that we are used to in media. So Spirit's wanting to give you a hug and remind you that you feel like a warm hug. All the love and the warm hugness that you put out into the world will be returned to you, my loves. I believe it. I believe in you. And I can't wait for you to come back here onto one of my videos and be like, you want to know what, things did get better, and I'm grateful that I didn't give up. And I hope that you have that one day if you don't have it now. For a lot of my collective, I feel like you've already gone past this energy, and Spirit just wants to remind you how far you've made it, because this is lessons that you've already gotten past, and you aced that test and passed it with flying colors, no problem. You definitely did it. You've gotten to the other side of training, being tested, being built up. Spirit's giving me like the image of, like, especially from Magic School Bus with Miss Frizzle. Some of you may be lesbians or teachers. Some of you may be both. But it was with the episode where the muscles get torn down so that they can get bigger, but they also need rest and they need oxygen. So I feel like Spirit is so proud of you because, over time, as you have been making these little changes that have created leaps and bounds of quantum leaping to different timelines that the you of yesterday wouldn't even recognize. And I literally mean that. It could have just been yesterday for some of you, because you decided today was the day I'm going to be sober. I'm going to start writing that song. I'm going to bake that pastry that I've wanted for myself, that I haven't had spoons, but today I really want it. And today I'm going to tell myself I love myself, all those things. I believe in you. You can do it. I hope that this brought you a pick me up, tiramisu, and some of you got that cake. I'm not gonna lie. Some of you got that cake. Oh, what? I want a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Yeah, Spirit's proud of you. Like, you stay up late, you go to, you get up early when you need to, and you make sure that you get rest. Like, you go with the flow really well. Spirit's like, wow, when I need them to speed up and do things, they're doing it. And when I need them to chill and like slow down and let things catch up to the amount of hard work they've put in, they really know how to let loose and relax and, you know, kick back dirt off shoulders, you know? They know how to not let things get them down, and they just really admire you. Spirit admires you. They're so excited whenever you step up and to the plate and you're like, I want to co-create with you. And Spirit's like, yes, I'm so down. Anytime you want to collab, me and you, BFFs forever. Like, and Spirit means that. They're like, Spirit is your best friend forever, okay? If you feel like nobody appreciates you and that you're not enough, Spirit already thinks you're more than enough before you were ever born. And beyond, before and after, you are loved. And I am grateful you are here. And yeah, I look very forward to having you all come through, and so I can read your messages and vibe with all of your lovely energies. And I know that was a bit of a heavy topic, and I hope you feel encouraged and supported in moving forward, knowing that you're doing the best you can and it doesn't go unnoticed, okay? Your best is your best. Whether it looks different from today or tomorrow, it's still your best. And I'm proud of you. Remember to eat, hydrate, rest, and have fun, favored ones.